Hey guys, we're joined by Louise. Louise is here to share a little bit of her story. I'm super proud of her. We've done a couple one-on-one sessions. She's been training with me over the last several months, toning up her body, losing weight, getting into phenomenal shape. And so, Louise, welcome on. Glad to have you here. For our audience and for our viewers, why don't you take 30 seconds and quickly introduce yourself?
My name is Louise. I'm 50 years old. I have a couple of teenage daughters. I work in the film industry, and I'm a Vancouverite.
Awesome, awesome. Also in Vancouver, right? Best city in the world. And working in film isn't easy, right? Like long hours, it's stressful, it's go, 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 right? And so I know prior to joining me, there's a couple things that were holding you back from improving your fitness. And so, share with us, what were some of those challenges and where were you before joining my program?
I was a couple years out of COVID. I mean, we're into COVID, 2 years into COVID. Like I said, I just turned 50, perimenopausal. Um, work-life balance was a bit skewed. Um, and yeah, I was just looking for some, doing everything on your own all the time is just such a challenge, and not really being surrounded by people that have similar desire to stay balanced between healthy and work, very much all committed to the work. And I just watching people around me, age rapidly and just deteriorate, put on that extra 10, 15 pounds, and then it just stays. And then that really affecting their mental health as well.
Yeah, like in the beginning, like I see so many people, they sacrifice their health for work so that they can improve their career, make a lot of money. And then once they achieve that, they sacrifice all the money that they make to try to regain their health back, right? And it doesn't really work like that, right? We need to do both, right? We need to balance our, work and our career. And also we need to balance fitness as well. And so, for you, joining my program, I know, you're struggling with, perimenopause, with work-life balance, some of these things. But, after joining my program, there was like a big shift in you, right? You started to improve your habits. You started to take your health more seriously. What about my program allowed you to do that? Like, what do you like about my program and how did it work for you?
I think the biggest takeaways for me was the fact that, I would tend to beat myself up about things, and it was really not helping. And instead of being critical or focusing on the things that I wasn't doing well, you really, really reinforced every little win that I had along the way. And that really built my confidence to this sake where I wasn't mentally, falling into the trap of, I'm never going to get anywhere. And the little ways that you help track progressively, initially I'm quite opposed to getting on the scale, looking at my food pictures, wanting to get up for that 7 a.m. workout, all of those things were like a mountain. And then you just helped everything take little bite-sized bites out of everything. And in the end, I think of it as like river carving rock, it just with that
Yes.
persistence, that dedication, that constant positive reinforcement, that's where the change really started happening for me. And then I started to really start enjoying the process a lot more.
Yeah, that's so powerful, right? Like it helps you with your confidence. And, I always say there's no win that's too small. And when we can celebrate those wins, this creates momentum. This helps us feel good. There's so many people that they, get results, they lose weight physically, but then they look at themselves in the mirror like, oh my goodness, I still feel like I'm overweight. Why? Because they haven't built that positive self-esteem. So I think, celebrating those wins along the way really helps boost not only, your self-confidence, but also helps with your mental health as well. And it's not easy, right? Waking up with a workout is not easy. Sticking to a nutrition plan is not easy. Tracking your progress is not easy, right? But when you look back upon it, it's like, man, that was so worth it. It's almost like climbing up a big mountain. It's like, I don't know if I'm gonna get to the top, right? And I'm feeling tired and I'm sweating and my muscles are aching. Am I ever gonna get to the top? And all you have to do is like, okay, just focus on that next step forward. All right, great job taking that next step. Okay, now here's the next step forward. And then all of a sudden here we are. And so for you, Louise, now that you're several months into the program, you've lost all the weight. Actually, why don't you share with us like how much weight have you lost? Like, what are your results so far?
Yeah, 20 pounds. I mean, I started around 168 and I'm about, very around the 150. But you've taught me not to get obsessive about the scale, and it's made a big difference as well. But I've pretty much kept
Yes.
off 20 pounds.
Yes, 20 pounds off at age 50, right, is not easy.
It's
That's
not
equivalent to
easy.
someone that's like age 25 losing like 40 pounds, right? So well done, Louise, well done. So for everyone watching the video, maybe they're like you, working long hours. Maybe they're like you, in their 50s and like, I've been stuck at this weight for so long. I've been stuck, my body's transitioning through menopause. And they're looking for some extra support, or they don't know if whether my program is going to be the right fit for them. What would you say?
I think sometimes you have to get out of your head and get into your body, and stop questioning. I think there's no going things alone.
Hmm.
As human beings, we need community, and
Hmm.
that was a huge difference for me. Was seeing also the improvement in others, seeing other people's struggles. Really helps put your own in perspective. I'd say, there's no losing other than, as you said, is the weight. Or negative beliefs, and getting in your own way of success. That's all you have to let go of. I would say, give it time. I'm basically invested like a year into this, and I'm only halfway through. And that's because I know that's the only way to keep this habit and keep it stuck, is to keep these things, is to not try to do it in a month or 3 months, and then, as you said, you might hit a goal, but then you're going to go back. So I'd really say give yourself time and patience, and allow
Yes.
yourself, and invest in yourself, because as we've spoken about, people put a lot of time into other people, other things, and they pay the price. And so really, if you're going to pay a price, put it right back into you, and you'll be better off for it, really. And you'll come away with a community that's there for you at any time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Invest in yourself. That's what Louise has done, right? And also, you gave it time, right? It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen like several weeks, right? It's going to happen, over several months, right? You gave yourself a year. I think that's a really, really good timeline for you. And it's not about how quickly you can lose the weight, but the real question is, how long can I keep it off for? Right. And so now you're transitioning into the next phase of like, all right, now it's time for me to maintain this. Now it's time for me to continue to tone up and build lean tissue. And so for everyone that's watching this and they're inspired by you, Louise, I want to offer them this. I have a 5 day, I have a metabolic meal guide. It's good for 5 days. There's some recipes and workouts in here. You can click the link below and grab your free copy. I also have a 5 day workout challenge that you can join me in the workouts and experience for yourself. If this is going to be a good fit for you, a good program for you. Hopefully it is. And so, Louise, thanks for coming on, sharing with us your story. It's super inspiring, and we're looking forward to seeing and hearing more amazing things from you.
Thank you, Patrick. It's been a real game changer having you in my life.
If you like this video, you definitely want to check out the next one by clicking right here.